Welcome back to A Minute with Alan. This episode, Cops in the House. One day I was sitting here with my great dog Trotsky. He was half German Shepherd and half Siberian Husky. And I was working on a book at my keyboard here. And my door was closed. And this is the door, we still have it, that leads into the hall. Now at the time, we had a main door. Well, we still have a main door. And it abraded. It didn't close properly. It wasn't flush. And some splinters would fall outside the door on the front step. I was alone in the house with Trotsky, and my wife, the lovely Maria, had left to do something. And turns out later, she thought she had turned the alarm on in a certain way, and she turned it on in the wrong way. And so, as I'm typing, Trotsky lifts his head up and starts a low growl. And I think I hear something in the hall. And then Trotsky starts barking, and there are 3 raps on the door. And I hear, "Who's ever in there, come out." I said, "Who is this?" He says, "The police, East Greenwich Police, come out." I said, "Okay, listen, let me restrain my dog, and I'll come out in the hall." He said, "That's a good idea." So I restrained Trotsky as best I can, but I sort of squeezed out with the door barely open. And there are 2 detectives, 2 plainclothes guys, and 2 uniformed officers, all with their guns out. I'll never forget the lead detective had a silver revolver. I'm staring right at it, right? And he says, "I want to see ID." I said, "What's going on?" He said, "There's been a break-in. I want to see ID." I said, "Do you think I broke in, went and sat in an office, closed the door, and brought my own dog with me?" He said, "Just show me ID." So I walked down the hall. I said, "It's this way. I'll show you where it is." We go in the bedroom. I get my wallet and I hold it up. He said, "Remarkable resemblance." I said, "What the hell?" He said, "Your alarm went off. Your silent alarm went off." And we were dispatched. He said, "I'm sorry if you were inconvenienced." I said, "Hey, listen, I'm glad you did it. I'm very happy you did it. I'm a big supporter of the police, and I understand what you did and why, and it makes sense, and I'm getting the damn door fixed." Trotsky's still barking. He says, "All right, we're going to get out of here before you open that door." I said, "What's the deal?" Later, I told my wife what happened. She didn't believe me because it couldn't have been her fault, right? But the door is fixed.